Morning all, I'm Johnny B and welcome to Sunny Coast Celtic episode 33. Hope you're all well and hope you had a great couple of days and hope you've all got on the piss after the game on a Sunday. What a game, I know I spoke straight after the game, you know you're always on a high, but I've kind of had time to settle down and went, right, okay, what really happened in that game? So there was a few things happened actually. I thought managerial wise, Sean Maloney, Martin O'Neill, they've just done a great job so far, getting us looking like a team again. We look like we like playing, we look like we're enjoying it. The interviews after the game, we're starting to smile again. There's a lot going on there just now. And obviously the young boys that are coming in, like Callum Osmond, he's come into a team that's going pretty good at the moment. Can you imagine him coming into the team a few weeks ago, maybe 5 or 6 or 7 weeks ago? You're thinking he would have had no chance because the football we were playing was pedestrian and the poor guy wouldn't have stood a chance. So he's came in and Sean Maloney and Martins gave him a chance at the right time, which is fantastic for him. It just shows you it's going to give hope to the young boys coming through. You know, you've got Bernardo sitting there on the bench all the time. Now, they obviously watched this young boy training and went, well, he could fit straight in to a Celtic team. Don't get me wrong, if Ian Atcher was playing, Kenny would have been on the bench, he'd have been playing, the boy might have never got a chance. So it's times like these that we need to go, right, all right, let's blood them in and let's play them. Again, all the decisions on Saturday, there's a load of people on different podcasts getting different interviews in regards to penalties and VAR and referees. Look, my view on everything is the referee was pretty poor on Sunday, especially if you're a Rangers supporter, because they had no decisions that went for them apart from the penalty. Now, I watched the Napoli game this morning. So Napoli were playing Eintracht Frankfurt at home and it was nothing each. So about 5 minutes to go, Napoli boy took the ball on the right wing and he's cut inside. He turned the Frankfurt defender inside out. The Frankfurt defender has actually slipped and he's went down. And as he's been doing there, the guy tried to beat him again and it's been doing and clearly hit his elbow. It was worse than Tony Ralston's. He's went down, it's hit his elbow. They're all shouting for a penalty. The referee has gave no penalty. They went to VAR, straight away they went no penalty. So if you try and watch that penalty incident, it was worse than Ralston's. Ralston's had no chance of getting out the way. The shot was flying in, it was going towards goal. Casper might have got it, who knows? You can't say it was going to go in, but it was never ever a penalty. It was awful what happened with that penalty, but we did get the run of the mill up until then and even after that, because I think Trusty should have got sent off. The ball's in his hands and he's kicked him when the ball was there. But sometimes they go for you, sometimes they don't. We sort of rode the wave the other night. We got all the decisions going for us apart from that penalty. But in saying that, we still played better. They played alright in parts, but when you count the amount of chances we had compared to theirs, we could have won that game more than 3-1. So I think you just got to look and go, it's about getting through in a cup final. We got through. Forget the decisions. You can go on a bit more all year, the next 2 years, the next 3 years. At the end of the day, you weren't good enough to beat Celtic when they weren't their best, but we still played really well and we went forward and won. So good on Celtic for doing that. But again, VAR, I think they've got to get it out of the game. I understand that Scottish Football Association pay a lot of money for this VAR because they've got these referees or whatever they're called up in some room. Could be in a living room in the middle of, I don't know, Coat Bridge, could be Oban, could be Elgin, whatever it is, I don't know, but it'll be miles away from the ground anyway. But they're sitting watching these screens and they cannot get it right, and they're getting paid probably good money to make these decisions. Now, I'm putting myself forward here. Give me some TVs in my house and I'll sort it. and we'll know within a couple of minutes what's right and what's wrong, because everybody can tell what's right and what's wrong easily. And these guys that are experienced referees are getting it completely wrong. You look down in England, you look up here. Now, I think the only thing you need with VAR is the goal line camera. So if it's over the line or not, everything else the referee can sort that out himself. Because sometimes the ref's not going to get an offside, the linesman's not going to get it. But we don't need to go back and draw lines, just get on with the game. Because when you start drawing lines, it shows you that, okay, there is a wee margin there, somebody's toenail was a wee bit further out. It's a lot of shit, man, get rid of it. If the naked eye can't figure it out, don't worry about it. We're paying a lot of money for it, this money could be going into other things. Better referees. Never mind VAR, cut that out. We don't need to follow everybody else. We can go, right, let's get rid of VAR and see how it goes for another year. And see, we can't whinge if the refs or linesmen get it wrong. We just got to go on with it. Because 20 minutes later, we could get a decision, or the other team could get a decision. But VAR is killing the game, it's killing everybody. And the time they waste on it, for all that time, and then they get it wrong. How many times do teams score, and then they're jumping about, and then they go, oh no, it's chopped off. And then all of a sudden the goal gets given, and then they're all jumping about again. It's fucking nonsense. It's a complete waste of time. Get rid of it, it's not working. People saying it's not the VAR, it's the people in the room. Nah, it's both of them. It's shit, the people don't know the rules. And if you don't know the rules, you shouldn't be sitting in that VAR box. It's absolutely guff. Get rid of it, man. Terrible. Anyway, onwards and upwards. We've got Midtjylland tomorrow night, so how's that one going to go? I really don't know who he's going to play. Is he going to stick to the same team? I'll have a crack at it, but they're top of that Europa League, and Braga's top as well. So Braga and Midtjylland are both in 9 points, so they've won 3 games each, and we've played Braga. They beat us at home, which was everybody's whinging again. What do you call them? Went through with the keeper to beat. It's bounced up, and they've said it's hit his hand. It said in the actual, and they said it hit his hand. It never hit his hand. So again, the VAR's got that wrong, and it cost us, because that would have been 1 each, and then we would have been on the ascendancy then. But VAR stuffed that up. Everybody they can't get it right. So it just shows you, Europe's worse than getting knocked out the fucking Coca-Cola Cup. So we've winced about that. We never got back, and everybody's laughing. They know it's right, but it was nonsense. It should never have been chopped off. It was a goal. So we need to get rid of it. But on the game on Thursday night, so we're playing against a good side. They've won 3 games, and they're not going to be it's not going to be an easy game. But it's no Juventus or PSG you're playing. It's a Denmark team that aren't on their night. They're good, and if you give them an opportunity, look what happened to Rankers when they played at that. Was it Denmark or Brann? They played that Brann. These wee grounds, they just attack you. So we need to go there. Martin needs to set it up, and he's used to good European football. So hopefully he'll set the team up right, and we'll come back with some kind of result. I think we're not going to win the Europa League. We ain't going to win it. We can win tomorrow night, or we can maybe win the next game, or we can draw, but we're miles away from it at the moment. We just need to concentrate now on the Scottish Premier League, because Hearts, they're 9 points ahead now. That's 3 games. We've got a game in hand. So if we win that, it's down to 2 games. Jack and Victor, if you win that, you're down to 9 games. So you can keep going. But what I'm saying is, we need to concentrate on that. Europa League is a bonus. If we get through or we do well in it, it's a bonus. And it gives players experience, so we can get them playing, the young guys, not getting them through. Not sure if Callum Osman's going to be able to play. Celtic are arguing, but there's a rule that you've got to put all your players up front before the tournament starts. But if a player's got a long-term injury, you can bring somebody else in. So we're trying to get Callum Osman in. So anyway, it'll give him good experience if he manages to get in for Carter Vickers, because he's been out for longer, or he will be out for longer than 60 days. So we might get away with that one. It's another stupid rule. Surely if you sign a player, you should just be able to play him. What happens in January? You sign 4 players and you're doing well, can you not play them? I don't know if it changes after January. Not sure about the rule, but man, they just make it hard for everybody. If you sign for a team, you should be able to play in any tournament, no matter what it is. Anyway, on tomorrow night, what's he going to do? So Casper will be in goals, and he's from Denmark, so he'll know the team. He'll have played there a few times, so good experience for him. And he was brilliant the other night. The shot stopping was magic, so let's hope he keeps that up. If he keeps a clean sheet tomorrow night, we're halfway there. But yeah, he'll go with a big fella in goals. Right back, I think he's going to. I think he'll have to stick with Tony Ralston. Never done anything wrong on Sunday against Rankers. Played well. Took a sore one. Who knows if he's going to be injured? If he is injured, you bring in Colby Donovan. So, but I think he'll go sort of with Ralston's. Michael Ralston. Is Austin Trusty going to make it? He was injured. If he doesn't, does he try this Pusey? Because he's tried all the other players that have came in, a few of them. So, or does he stick with Dane Murray? So, if the big fella's fit, he'll go with him, Trusty, and he'll go with Scalesy. Now, I had a go at Scalesy on Sunday because he gave the ball away that many times, but I mean, his last ditch tackle on that wee Gassama, whatever his name is, that was a brilliant challenge. He's just about to strike it, but he took ages, that boy, striking it. He'd have been raging if he's a Ranker supporter, but big Scalesy was brilliant there. I'm not saying he's a bad player, just gives the ball away too many times in shitty places. Like, tries to play it out to the left winger or something, gets caught out, and then we're on the back foot again. But Scalesy was really good on Sunday again, so I'm not saying he was pish, but he needs to learn not to give the ball away. So that'll be your. If Trusty's playing, they two will be at the back. If he's not, could be Dane Murray. I don't know if he'll bring that Pusey in. Don't know. Left back, I think he's got to stick with Srirachi. If he goes, he could go with Kieran Tierney for, again, that bit of experience, but Srirachi's a good player. He's been there and done it. So it's brilliant now that we've got choices at left back and right back. It's fantastic. It means everybody's got to play well. If you don't play well, you're going to be on the bench for the next game and the other guy will start. So it's a great position to be in. Midfield, as I say, do we change it up a bit in midfield? Because we've got one more game before the international break against Kilmarnock. So do we go out here and go, right, do we really need to win this game? Do we want to go all out? Or do we play some players that haven't been playing? Like your McCowns, your Bernardos, Deegy, Calmack, the rest? I don't think he will. I think Mark likes to do well in Europe, and we'll see how he goes. But it'll probably be Callum McGregor, and he'll probably stick with Benji, and I think he'll stick with Engels as well. So I think that'll be the midfield. But if he brings Hatate in, that's all right, because I don't know. This is brilliant, because I'm arguing with myself about the team, which we've never been able to do before, because we just kind of knew that he's going to play Hatate, he's going to play him, and he's going to play him. So see now, we've got that wee energy about the team that players are sitting there going, well, am I going to be picked or am I not? So brilliant, keeps it fresh, keeps it good. It keeps us on our toes and all, because when you're trying to guess a team now, you're going, fuck, this is strange, whereas before it wasn't. What does he do? So look, the midfield could be anything, but I'm going to have a crack. McGregor, Nygren, and Engels, right? So I'll crack at them as well. Up front, now, do you know what? Osmond, if he's fit, do you play him? I don't think you do. I think you sit him on the bench again, and you bring in Kenny again at centre forward. Tenecti, there's a thing. I'd play him on the right wing. Play him on the right hand side, and I'd play Maeda on the left hand side. And there's good balance there, because Maeda's like a wee Duracell battery. He'll just keep going up and down the park. Tenecti didn't have his best game against Rankers the other day, but this could be his game tomorrow night. So yeah, again, does he go with Forrest and keep Tenecti out in the left, or does he sit him on the bench and put Maeda out left? Or does he put Forrest? Does he put, because I'm crying out for James to start, because he's just been so good when he's came on. So he could give you a good half hour, 60 minutes even, and then you can change him when the legs are starting to weary, his legs and the opposition. So, man, we're in a great position that we just don't know who to play, which I think's brilliant. So that could be the same. We could toss coins. Everybody would have a different team. We could pick 11 different players in that team. I think McGregor's the only one you can say, right, okay, that's where he is. In Scales, that's the only two you can go, right, they're going to be playing. All the rest could be or should be. So, I don't know. I'm so happy to know that it doesn't matter who it is. You know you're going to get 100%. And you know Martin's going to be at the side of that park, chopping up and down like a 2-year-old kid. So it's really good. It's a good feeling, you know. Everything's a good feeling about the club. The only thing it's spoiling right now, and I don't even know if it's spoiling it, we've got to keep into the board. I agree with the Celtic supporters. We can't let the board away with this. All right, if we start winning again, people will forget about them, but we can't. We've got to say to them, no, this can't happen again. So not buying any food, not buying any merch, not going to the restaurants and all that. It's only buy tickets for the games, which I think is magic by the Celtic supporters. We're saying to them, enough's enough. We've been buying for years. It's time that you gave back now and either been straight up front ways and tell us what's going on, tell us you're behind us, tell us you want us a part of your club, because the fans feel left out. And I don't know why, because without the fans, we wouldn't have a team, we wouldn't have a club, we wouldn't have anything. As I said, we were born Celtic supporters and we'll die Celtic supporters. There's no other team in the world that we like. See these other teams, like, they've always got a second club, you know, or like Man United. Like, I don't care about anybody but Celtic. That's what we all do as supporters of this club. So the fans are getting it right. We don't want to be boycotting the games and, you know, before the game, protest, brilliant, whatever needs to be, but during that game at Hampden the other day, the fans were brilliant. See the singing, I was listening, I'm a noise obviously, but I was listening to all the songs and it was just brilliant at the end of the game, even during the game. You know, it was a bit nerve-wracking, but to hear the Celtic fans, that's what I miss out here. Came out here and I missed the Celtic games. I miss going to the games on the bus. I miss the pubs before it. I miss the pubs after it, and I miss all the boys. So, like, it'll be fantastic. I'm getting the best take now when the fans are starting to sing and they're starting to give it yeehaw. It's a brilliant feeling. I love it out here. I've got it up full blast at 3 a.m. Neighbours must be going, what's going on in his house? But it is magic. Now, predictions for tomorrow night. Jesus. I'm going to go 2-1 Celtic. I know what I'm saying is hard to go away there, but we're playing well now. We can keep that momentum going. They're not a brilliant team, but they're good at home. But we're still playing well. Mix it up now. If we get beat tomorrow night or draw or whatever, I'm not going to be upset. I'd be more upset if we get beat in the league with Kilmarnock. So I think we just need to move on with this one. We need to get some experience in Europe again, because in January the team's going to change again. And it's going to be a shame if the team start to click and then you bring players in and it disrupts. Remember, we've got Jota still to come back. AJ's coming back. CCV will be back. We've got players that are all coming back, and you know, and we'll be a stronger team with that. Maeda might go, but we'll bring somebody in. So it's all rosy at the moment. So not too fussed. I'm not stressed about tomorrow night. Nothing. I used to be stressed when Celtic played Europe away from home, because we know sometimes we got battered and you're like, fuck, you're all up for it. But I'm really no fussed about it. I'm more interested in beating winning the league. We need to claw back that 9 points and we need to win the league, and we're good enough to do it because they'll drop more points. So anyway, I'll get back to you, but as I say, 2-1. Who's going to score the first goal? Don't know. I can't even know a stab. At home you can have a crack, but away from home it's a bit more difficult. So I don't know. We'll get a penalty maybe. Engels. Don't know. I would like to see Engels scoring a big game, a wee lift. But anyway, enjoy the game tomorrow night. I'll get back to you after it. And have a great day, great night, or whatever it is. And hail, hail.